Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so this is just my bias for the week. I'll be looking for buyers in the GJ. Just made a little notation here. Right now, we see where price is trending right now above the support level where it was resistance first, but now it became a support level. So that made me look for a buyer on the weekly time frame. So once price breaks above, right now price is at 166. I'm looking for price to break at anything above 170. Waiting for the retrace though to hit my 38.2. And then my entries, as you can see, would be around 169, 170. With a very tight stop here at 160, but my risk to reward would be 3 to 4.
Okay, so you're looking for a pullback, which is a minus sell to your 38, then continued buys.
Yes.
Okay. And you're just doing it off the weekly time frame.
Of the weekly time frame, correct.
Okay.
And I'm looking to hold the trade going to my next market structure, which would be right around 191. But as you can see, my fib levels here would be first TP would be 175, second TP would be 180, third TP 183, fourth TP 186.
Okay. Anyone else has anything different or similar for GJ? No? Hello?
No, I don't have anything. I didn't mark up GJ, but now
Okay.
yeah, moving forward, I'll mark it up just to be in alignment with everybody else.
Okay. All right. So Jerome, we can go ahead and drop a chart in the group. So we can be on the lookout for that as well.
Is it copy chart image, right?
The link to the chart.
All right, gotcha. All right, so stop sharing.
All right, so next person, please.
I'll go next.
Tamara, are you talking or no? Tamara?
Yeah, I was muted. I don't know. Sorry. Let me start over. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, hearing you now.
Okay. So I'll just stay on this weekly. So I said that I had price going in this downtrend, but I also had this weekly trend line coming from back here to see if price would have broken it, but it did not. It just wicked at it. Daily, the same thing, price is in the down. Go to the 4 hour. All right, so right here, I had this 4 hour trend line. This is the previous week, so I can remove that. But I had this downtrend line right here, which price just now is pushing up. It broke, my 4-hour trend line. So I'm expecting, or I'm looking for like a minor pullback sells for the overall buy. I do have this variation right here, which I'm waiting on 1 hour, same thing. Do have a little divergence, but I'm waiting for price to see how price reacts at this area. I have this minor structure trend line, which I believe price would push up for a retest of the backside before falling. Potentially maybe to either here, but I'm hoping for it to come back down to retest this trend line, which would also be a retest of this area right here before going for my overall buys.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyone else looked at gold?
I briefly look at gold, and so what I've been doing is looking for the weekly, looking at the weekly outlook for gold.
Mhm.
And for me, my personal bias, I would probably not be looking for gold buys at this time, because right now the market's in a downtrend. So I would, well, again, let me not say that. Yes, you could, based on your markup, you
Yeah.
could definitely go for some shorts, very, very shorts. But then when I look at the risk to reward, I don't think the risk to reward would be worth it. So I'd probably be looking for sells overall to get a greater risk to reward. Because right now gold is at right at a support level at
Yeah.
1670.34 on the weekly.
1670.34. Hold on. 70 right here.
Sorry, let me just,
maybe if you share yours.
it just came off a little. Sorry.
All right.
So right at 1677. So I'm looking at the weekly time frame, that is.
Yeah, I'm on the weekly right now.
Right. So if you zoom out a little bit, just zoom out, zoom right out. All right, so you see right where you have your orange line, you have it at 1665.
Which one? The green one or the orange one?
The orange one. So you have your orange one at your 1665, right?
No, my green one's at my 1665.
It's a green one at, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So right, so you see where you have your orange one at 1683.
Yeah.
And then it broke below that. Right, and then you had a retest, so you have the green one at that 16. Move the mouse a little. 1665, right?
Yeah.
And then now it's gonna continue. And my bias, it's gonna continue going downwards to your green, your next green area at 1644.
Jerome, you have a chart for that?
Okay.
No, I don't have a chart. I was just looking at her while she was talking, and I look at my chart. I can share my screen if you want to see.
Yeah.
But I don't have it marked up as yet. I'm just talking based on what I saw her doing. So here, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Right. So this is where I was looking at the weekly, and just between Nollis, you got to show me how I use the marker. Where did I get that marker?
No, you wouldn't use, I would use it because I would have to annotate. So you just use one of the tools that you have to the left right here. Yeah.
Remember that little round tool we used to use?
The ellipse tool. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
All right. So this is what I saw here.
Yeah.
I said the market is, is in a downtrend.
Correct.
This is where I was looking at right here when I look to the left. At this level right here. You see where it kept bouncing off here.
Yeah.
Bounce off here, bounce off here, then bounce off here, and still try to, so this is what does a major level of concern to say, okay, price never break that area, but it broke here, wick back up, then came back down. So once once based on your markup, once it breaks below, for me, once it breaks below 16, 18, that's when I start looking for further sales.
So for me, I take I more so take entries on like the 30-minute and so on. So I was more so looking at you can we call it there.
Just click auto, Jerome.
Yeah, auto right there.
There we go. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So if you go back to the 4 hour for me, please.
4 hour.
Yeah.
Let me just take out this ellipse thing. It just dries. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
So I'm for me, when I said overall buy,
Mhm.
I didn't mean like in this in the sense of okay, the market like it's going into a buy because it's still in an overall sell. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
So for me, it was more like okay, I'm looking for these, I guess, intraday buys to a
I
certain
got you.
area.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I see where you're talking right here.
Yeah.
Where you saw this.
Yeah, because overall, it's definitely in a sell. Like I wouldn't even say, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hold that buy till Jesus come. Like, no, I was more so just looking like, okay, this sort of kind of looked like it want to be a double bottom in a way on the 4 hour.
There's no week on top of this.
And there's no, it didn't start pulling back. There's no pullback for the for your point B.
Yeah.
So that's why I was just like, okay, I'm anticipating a pullback. Right. So my anticipation is a pullback to at least we're 61.8 area on just right here, based on your fib, right?
Right.
61.8 to go for that which I would have put a fib on once it starts pulling back, put a fib on and see where it pulls back to anticipate a push up higher. But if it breaks below this area that you said, of course, like my biases would be incorrect. I would go ahead and look for further sells based on how I guess analyze the market or look at it.
Right.
That makes sense.
Right. So okay. So for your 30-minute, definitely I would probably take the short because again, I would have probably seen this and my entry would have been right off that 88.6. The pullback came right here at the 38.2, and then the continuation came all the way up here. So if I'm looking at that, definitely yes, you will hit your TP1. Look to the left, market came all the way up to here. So probably you'll get a TP3 and a TP4. But on your 30-minute, yes, for those shots. If I were to do this, I'd have a very, very tight stop. My stop would be probably around here. So
wow.
Right, because I don't like to see drawdown. So
yeah, I need to
right. So I'd have a very, very tight stop, even maybe to this week right here.
Yeah.
Because again, so that's where I'd have my stop, and then I'd put it this way. But again, knowledge can tell me otherwise. That's how I've been looking at the market.
Okay.
For past couple of weeks.
All right, that's good. But yeah, that's the bias I had for thus far.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Tamer, share your chart one more time for me, please, on the screen.
Okay, give me a minute. Okay, go back down to, let's see, my 1 hour. Okay. Yeah, sorry. So I guess my wording, I'll have to change that for like from overall buy, but yeah, I do have like a buy.
Yeah, nothing is wrong with your buy based on your 30-minute analysis. Definitely. You'd call this minor structure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my take on it would be, well, we'll wait until it opens. It's pretty much the same. Trend lines just varying a bit,
Mm,
but one here for the first stop.
mhm,
If it does push up a bit higher, I'm not seeing it passing 1663.40 thereabout, which is not far, which is right. Yeah,
right
right
there.
there. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
based on this area right here, right?
right.
Okay.
So highest would be your green area, but then looking for first reaction at this line,
Mhm,
and then second reaction here should it break through, and
mhm,
then we'll look at this area.
mhm,
Now, personally, I would not, I'm not looking for buys
mhm.
at all. And if I was to look at buys, then it has to break above, like solid.
Okay.
And it would be to retest a higher time frame trend line that's way up above up here.
Mhm,
But based on the daily, similar to what Jerome explained. So based on the daily time
mhm.
frame, the area that it's in,
Yeah.
it is a sensitive area. And this was a minor fib as well, I believe.
Oh, sorry.
Um
Sorry.
TP1 was about here and TP2 may have been here. So
Yeah.
not yet quite as there with the retest here for
Mhm.
this buy. But this buy, in my observation, is complete already.
Okay.
Even if you still get a push up, it's nothing where you can or would enter.
Yeah.
So right now we just wait to see where the where the rejection will come in.
Mhm.
Will it be from there? Depending on how you draw this trend line, price can be already sitting on it. Because if it was a case of wicks or whatever, it
Yeah.
would be sitting on it. But it is fine where it's at just the same. So we're
Mhm.
looking at these areas to say what will happen should is price looking to come to any of these areas.
Yeah.
So personally, what I'm looking for is rejection. Once you
Okay.
get the rejection and I break below this area, then I'll be looking to re-enter my cells. Might do it earlier based on how the first 1 hour candle is formed and closed, then I'll decide um what I'm gonna do. But personally, I'm looking for rejection to go back
Okay.
to the downside.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. So you can drop that. And Jerome, for the GJ, yes, it's just that you showed it on the daily, but I'm looking for the sell first and then to see what happens from the sell thereon to go to the upside. I do believe it should push up. So yeah, but we're looking at the cells first, which you call based on the daily, it would be a pullback. So yeah, that's what we're looking at as well. So Tamara, you can drop your chart.
Okay.
And I believe Karen is on. So Karen, you can go next. Karen,
Yes.
okay. You can go ahead and show us what you have.
I had marked up cold.
Mm-hmm.
That is also what I was expecting. I was expecting a push up to this area, then a pull back. Then I will watch the reaction at this area. But you have clarified on that.
I see. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So it's the same. No, but two persons shouldn't have gold though. I gave both of you gold to do.
Yes.
I had gold, but you didn't really tell me which like if which one specifically you needed me to focus on. So I just always kept on marking up gold.
Oh, okay. All right. So your other pair, I believe, is AJ.
Yeah, but I didn't finish marking it up yet.
No, that's fine. You wanna start doing that for the calls?
Yes, I'll do AJ.
Okay, so you do AJ for the calls, but you still mark up here goes. So everyone still
Okay.
mark up their charts. It's just that for the week when we're doing this call, you'd have specific periods to go over. Because the main reason for doing this is I want persons to be able to share comfortably what they believe or what they see the market is doing. And also with you doing that and being responsible for one pair, it will push you to ensure that you're having the best possible markup. And then overall in time, it will be a case where Jerome is known as a GJ man. Karen is pretty good at gold, Tamir at AJ, and so forth. So should we have, a live session, which we will have live trading session, then these persons would be sharing their overall markup, what they're looking for, their entry, so we all can execute on someone else's idea whilst we still have our own perspective. So if it is a case where, we're seeing something different or something slightly different, then we have a discussion around it because we would all have been marking up the same pairs just the same. Because I mark up a lot of pairs, but I mark up gold several times for a day, especially if it's doing something that I didn't really see it doing, then of course I'm going to pull up a clean chart and go again to understand why whatever is happening is happening. So the aim is not just to say, okay, I taught you guys how to trade, but at the end of the day, you should be masters at it. You should be able to, even in your sleep, you can set an alert and you can know based on the price. So someone says gold is at 1632, you don't have to take up a chart to know that that means that it's currently selling based on where it was, because you have an idea to know that, okay, it is now up in the 1650s. Even if you don't have it exact to say, okay, price close at 1657.73, you would know that it is in the 1650s. So therefore, if you get an alert or you hear someone saying it's at 1632, then you'd be like, oh, let me go check my chart. That means it's selling. Let us see what's happening. And that is what I'm really aiming for with each and everyone in this group. So it's not a case of just teaching you and then leaving it. I want you all to be as good, or if not better, than I am at the chart, just to say. And that's what I'm aiming for.
Okay.
All right.
So who is doing the AJ is Australian,
Yeah.
oh
JPY.
man, it's first time marking this up. Okay.
Yeah, she does it, but it's a pretty smooth pair.
So you did a markup on this right now?
No, I did not yet. So
Now this,
I'll mark one up.
oh,
On
nice.
AJ.
Yeah,
I don't think. Let me check it.
because I just did a little markup while you're talking. So I don't know if it's, for what I see in here, it's consolidating here
Yeah, I didn't do
on
one.
the daily time frame.
Yeah, I didn't do one as yet. Didn't
Oh,
do
okay.
AJ, but yeah, it's kind of in a zone on the daily.
Right. So on the daily, this is what I saw. Just
Mhm,
a quick markup.
mhm. Yeah, so you pretty much would play high and low until they get a break.
Right.
All right, but that's it.
Okay.
That's it. All right, so all the charts has been dropped in the chat, so you can feel free to review each other's charts. We wait for the markets to open, we set our alerts, and we execute. Um, 2 to 3 trades, you have your trade and you feel confident about it. You wait for your setup, you enter and you take it, and you go about your day. Don't need to be trading every day, don't need to be trying to catch every move in the market. Over trading is a thing, revenge trading is a thing, and you get caught in both pretty easily. Pretty easily. So you have your plan. Oh, I need to share with some of you guys about a trading plan as well that you guys would fill out, send it back to me. And something that we're gonna be sticking on. So you fill it out, whatever information you put on there, and then it is something that you should hold yourself accountable to. So if you decide that it's gonna be 2 trades for the week, win, lose, or a draw, it should only be 2 trades for the week, as an example, whatever it is. Now, within your overall setup, for example, like Jerome, who trades mainly on the higher time frames, then there will be smaller setups. But as you heard him say, he's not looking to take a sell. He's waiting for the pullback to take the buy, right? But that shows that if someone on a looking on a lower time frame would be taking the sells and then waiting to enter the buy. Nothing is wrong with that either, because I personally when I did the markup, or when I looked at GJ, I looked at it from a lower time frame to give the pullback, which would be pretty much to the same area he spoke about, that he was looking for before it continued up. So again, we just try to stay on top of the markets, take whatever the market gives us, and go about our day.
Okay.
So, so this is where we're gonna end the call for this week, and we'll be in the chats. If you guys see any new developments, you can share it in the group. If it's a case where price reaches your entry, you can share that in the group if you'd like as well, to say, okay, it's at your level now, you're going to take the entry. You can share that as well. It's really up to you. It's not a requirement, but it's up to you should you want to share your entry with your teammates. Okay.
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 All right. So
Okay.
thank you guys once again for hopping on, and all the best for this week.
All right. Same to you, man. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank
Same to
you.
you.